Gavin Newsom's big Los Angeles riot lie. The argument here, Newsom wants to make it appear as if everything was peaceful until Trump ordered the National Guard in. And it asks, how could Trump be responsible for all those cars being burned, tear gas deployed, and rubber bullets shot if it all happened hours before he got involved? It is Newsom and the Democratic Party that are intentionally spreading lies to create fear. Art Del Cueto, Vice President of the Border Patrol Union. Look, Art, you've seen a lot of things in your day. You've patrolled the border. You've seen things get out of hand in different parts of the country. Tell me, what does this look like to you, just at first glance? Was this a movement that was going on before or after Trump? Because they seem to want to argue about that.
Look, when you're seeing what they're doing out there and when, from being in contact with the agents directly, these individuals, they had planned that something like this would happen and they were prepared for it. They have strategic locations where they were going to attack. They knew exactly how they were going to do it, up to breaking pieces of concrete and everything like that. So they knew how they were going to move forward. This was something that, they've been wanting to do. They use this as an excuse, and it's shocking to me. Look, Harris, I was shocked when I would see judges that were allowing illegal aliens out the back doors. I was shocked when you had politicians, going out there against ICE agents for doing their jobs. But now to have a governor say, I'm perfectly comfortable with the chaos in my state, don't bring the National Guard, who would not want more help? His entire state is in chaos.
Look, let me ask you this, because you're talking about the ramp up during the Biden administration to all of this. And I'm just wondering, do we even have enough information about where some of these most violent illegal aliens are to know when they are planning these things? I mean, they're not like terrorists that we would have been watching that are on a terror watch list, are they?
No, they're not, and that's the problem, that during the last 4 years of the Biden administration, we don't know who came into the country. We know the numbers of apprehensions and those that actually directly asked for some type of asylum, but we don't know the number of the gotaways, and you don't know who they were or what their intentions are. But let me say this, look, when you have these many individuals that are in our country destroying, cities, destroying vehicles, destroying businesses, doing all the issues that they're doing on the main streets, burning and attacking, businesses, attacking law enforcement, all the while, Harris, they're flying foreign flags. That is, to me, a terrorist act. That's an invasion, and these individuals should be arrested for domestic terrorism if they're not from this country. If they're not from this country, they need to be deported. But the bottom line is, we need to see some arrests. It started as an immigration issue, but now when they're attacking law enforcement, it's no longer an immigration issue. It is lawlessness, and they all need to be arrested. They need to face consequences and jail time.
Look, the Department of Homeland Security is highlighting the worst of the worst that ICE agents have arrested in Los Angeles raids so far. So while this is going on, this is pulling some of these people into the public. So ICE can go get them now because they've come out of the shadows. They're doing damage when they come out, but at least we know that they're there and we can pick them up. The list includes illegal aliens convicted of murder, sex crimes against children, human trafficking, just on the short list. The New York Post cover with, "This is who they protest for," with a picture of an illegal immigrant who was arrested for hurling a Molotov cocktail at police officers. So I refuse to believe that they didn't get some help in some of this, right? We've looked at where did the money flow from, but the organization of it, too. Are the cartels involved? I mean, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, look, unfortunately, they need to just continue to make their arrest and see if they can, get some intel off of the individuals that they're arresting. But you're absolutely right. This started as a targeted enforcement for a lot of these individuals that had committed serious crimes, and they had them on the list. But when they went out to detain them, they happened to be living or residing and being around other individuals that were also in the country illegally. You can't ignore that. You have to arrest them. Those are also criminals. Also, when you start seeing the individuals that are being arrested at some of these factories, some people have downplayed it and said, said, oh, well, are you really going after dangerous criminals? I remind people, when you're in the country illegally, that's a crime. When you're in the country and using somebody else's identification, that's also a crime. That's called identity theft. So, yes, I think, ICE is doing the right thing. Border Patrol is doing the right thing. And we need to see some arrests from these individuals that are attacking law enforcement. And we need to see real consequences because, as you said, it's not just in Los Angeles. It's spreading to other parts of the country. The ICE facility in Tucson got attacked last night, and several of their windows were destroyed. And some of the agents were also attacked down here, too.